Leading off tonight for the Cubs, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Ball one, no strike. Aye. You got 2 balls, 1 strike. Got it.
Batting second, the right fielder.
Nope. The count is 2-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Ball! Take the base.
Batting third, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Ball, that's in. He's out. He's out.
Leading off for the Brewers, the
Go.
center fielder.
Let me know if that works. There we go. Now the microphone should be working. So I just did a whole inning, half inning, as Kane pops one to center on the first pitch. Ian Happ underneath that one, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Hopefully that's better Joseph Walters. Hopefully you can hear me now. I wasn't completely plugged in. I only had like a half plug in. So that was kind of frustrating there. But thank you for someone being there and watching to let me know that now maybe you can hear me. So I missed the starting lineup possibility there too. Man, just a lot going on here. Christian Yelich steps up. He takes a strike on the outside corner. So if you can give me some sort of high sign that you can actually hear me now, that would be great. I probably could do it on mine here. Let me just see. I'm going to do a quick thing. Hopefully this doesn't screw anything. All right. You can hear me? I can hear that. And Christian Yelich just gets hit by a pitch, so he's going to be the first base runner for the Brewers here today.
The second baseman.
Yeah, sorry for any technical difficulties. The only thing you missed was me talking about WrestleMania. So then you didn't really miss anything. So don't worry about that. If you really want to hear me talk about WrestleMania, then I can oblige. But it's probably fine. So all right. So that's going to bring up Keston Hiura with the runner on first. Takes a strike on the knees. 0-1. Here's 1 for 5 in the series. Got his one hit in the opener on Thursday. Made a great play in the hole yesterday. Stole a base hit. All right. I've been told I am good now. Thank you for the audio control, Joseph. Appreciate that. Quick check of the runner over at first. He gets back in time. And another one, and they got Christian Yelich in a run down there, and he is going to be out on the pickoff. So base runner erased right away as John Lester somehow picks a runner off, and that is a strike. Check swing, but doesn't matter. Yeah, John Lester not really known for his pickoff moves. He could barely get it over to first base in some cases. And there's a miss on the inside corner, 1-2. I know a couple of years ago, John Lester was even messing around with him actually bouncing the ball over to first because he was having trouble just making that simple throw. As Hiura takes one, and that's going to fall into the glove of Kipnis for the third out of the inning. So 3 up and 3 down for the Brewers as well. I know, Biscuit. That is a shame. After one, there's no score.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Russell Contreras is going to lead off here for the Cubs in the second inning.
Contreras.
Takes a strike. Has one hit in the series. Does a home run in yesterday's contest. Put the Cubs up 3-1. He's struck it out 5 times. That's the big story of the game, of this series so far. Cubs striking out 17 times in the opener, and then yesterday, getting the bats alive, hit 3 home runs. Their first 3 hits were actually all long balls, all solo shots. As Hauser fires in a strike to even up the count 2-2. So the Cubs have been victims of the strikeout, and there's another one as Contreras goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth.
Good pitch from Hauser, good mechanics. You see the frame rate dip out, and Contreras not able to catch up with that one. That's the first out of the inning. And they'll bring up the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo 1 for 8 on the series. Takes one inside, 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Another big storyline here has been the Cubs' patience at the plate. They have drawn a lot of walks. That's how they've been getting their base runners. The Brewers have been aggressive at the plate, swinging at first pitches. You saw with Kane there as Rizzo hits one over. Braun knocks it down, has time, flips it over to Hauser, and makes the play for the second out of the inning. So a good play by Braun to stick with that ball.
Kyle
Just knocked it down. Rizzo not the fastest guy on the Cubs, so a lot of time to complete the out over at first. And I'll bring up Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber also 1 for 8. Struck it out a few times as well. And there's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. A lot going on in the household today. Calling this game. We got a dog that wants to wander between where her humans are. One's calling a baseball game. One's doing yoga in the living room. She just doesn't know where to go, and she's curious about everything going on. And right now, she's going to take in the baseball game, and then about 10 more minutes, she's going to want to wander and nose her way out of the door and bring in some of that yoga noise that's coming in from the other room that you might be able to pick up through the broadcast. As it counts 2-1 here on Kyle Schwarber.
I got the count 2-2.
Evens the count up 2-2. That one just misses. So full count on the Cubs left fielder. Ian Happ switch hitting center fielder up on deck. There's the pitch. Pulls that one foul. The ball boy going to make a very lackadaisical attempt on that one. Guess it was coming too hard at him. So he said, the heck with it. You can go get it, Yelich. Here comes the payoff pitch. And that one's going to hit the gap in left center. That's going to be extra bases for Schwarber as Kane gets it at the wall. And Kyle Schwarber is going to have a 2-out double here in the second.
Batting 7.
Had the outfield shaded around to have him pull the ball, and he just hit it right in the gap. Probably would have been 2 no matter what. Maybe if Kane was playing a little bit more straight up, he can cut that off for a single, but doesn't matter as the Cubs are in business here with 2 outs in the top of the second. I'll bring up Ian Happ. He's been 2 for 8 in the series, and he takes one inside for a ball. Kipnis got the scoring going for the Cubs yesterday. Had the solo home run in the second. Had a towering shot to right field. That was a no doubt about her when he hit that one. He's got the count at 2-0. Pitcher spot is on deck. Nope, we got Ian Happ here. So Kipnis is up next. Kipnis had the home run. Kipnis is on deck. He had the home run. So never know if you got some power from him. So the Happ batting from the left side threw me off, and that's another ball, 3-0. So working around Happ here possibly to get to Jason Kipnis. Here comes the 3-0, and that's a swing and a miss. So Hauser climbing back through a pitch, maybe a little one that was just tempting enough to maybe get him to reach for something. End up being right over the plate. Got to be careful with that pitch. Here comes a 3-1. He pops that one to left field. Garcia ranging back. Plenty of room. And he makes the out to end the inning. So the Cubs get a 2-out double from Schwarber, but leave him there. And after 1.5, still scoreless.
Leading off for the Brewers, the left fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Avisail Garcia is going to lead off the second. Hit a solo home run yesterday, leading off the second inning. He's got 97 career home runs, so 3 away from a pretty big milestone there. Here comes the 0-1 from Lester, and that misses on the outside, 1-1. Pops in foul territory. Looks like there's going to be room for Rizzo to make the play, and he does for the first out of the inning.
Batting 5th. The first.
Well, here's how the Cubs defense lines up. Schwarber, Happ, and Hayward in the outfield. And then around the infield from left to right, you got Bryant, Baez, Kipnis, Anthony Rizzo, the Gold Glove winner from last year. And then catching Lester is Wilson Contreras. Same lineup that fake David Ross has trotted out there for all 3 games of this series. As Ryan Braun steps up to the plate, and he swings at the first pitch, and he pops that one right behind second. Happ underneath it, makes the catch for out number 2. So once again, Brewers being very aggressive
Batting 5th.
early in
The
the count.
baseman,
And John Lester has only thrown 11 pitches up to this point. Now bring up the Brewers' third baseman, Jed Jerko. Jerko's 1 for 8. Drove in 2 runs on a quote-unquote error in yesterday's game. Here's a strike. He hit one that went right underneath the glove of Rizzo that was deemed an error, but it looked like it was a pretty tough play. So kind of getting hosed on some RBIs, getting hosed on a double. Just kind of a big bummer for him. Put the Brewers up at that time. Takes one on the outside, 2-1. The Cubs would answer back with a 2-run double by Baez in the 7th and make the score 5-4, and that would have been the final result.
The count is 3-1.
The Cubs took game 2 from the Brewers. Here's the 3-1 to Jerko. He swings at a pitch way outside. He's way in front of it. Completely fooled on that one. And the count now runs full. Here's the pitch. And he checks his swing, but that is in there for a called third strike. So the Brewers go down in order. It's Brewtober time? Well, probably a little too early for that. And, sir, you are dancing way too much for the Brewers going down 1-2-3 in the second inning. So let's set some expectations. Jason Kipnis leads off the third here.
Leading off for the Cubs.
He did hit the home run. He's 2 for 7 in the series. Had the home run in yesterday's game. Tied it up. Adrian Hauser already at 30 pitches. As we enter this third inning. And Kipnis takes a slider in there for a strike. And there's a grounder. Here is there. We'll make the throw and get the first out of the inning. And they'll bring up the pitcher, John Lester.
John Lester.
So hopefully Hauser can get a quick inning here. Now with the pitcher batting second. Get the first 2 batters. Could definitely use a quick inning here. Get the Brewers back up to the bat. The first one in there's for a strike. 0-1. Lester fouls that one off to the left side. It's quickly 0-2. And that one just misses on the outside corner. 1-2. Good waste pitch there, trying to get Lester to chase. Here comes the 1-2. Right on the outside corner. Got him looking for the second out. So second strikeout for Hauser here today.
The batter, number 9.
Now we'll bring up Javier Baez. Grounded out to third in his first at-bat. And that one misses up and in. 1-0. Baez has had hits in both these games. So one of those guys that you hope he isn't. He's starting to get hot. Good thing he's leaving, heading out of town after this game. Has the most hits for the Cubs, just 3, but still providing a lot of that offensive production as he takes a strike. 2-1. The home run, double, 3 RBIs. Counting for a lot of that offense right now as he swings through that one. The count's now even, 2-2. And he swings and misses at the high fastball. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Adrian Hauser. So Hauser strikes out 2. You bet. There's a big K to show off to the crowd. Manny Pena is getting the start behind the dish today, giving Omar Narvaez the day off. Also playing a little bit of the matchup here. The lefty on the mound. As he swings and drives that one down the left field line, but foul. Pena did pinch hit earlier in the series, so he's 0 for 1. Looking to get a lot more playing time this year. As Monty Grandel, now with the White Sox. He was about as everyday of a catcher as you could be. And Pena didn't get a lot of at-bats, didn't get a lot of starts behind the plate, but when he did get those starts, he did make them count. Had a very good season off the bench for Craig Counsell. As he swings and he lines that one over to Chris Bryant, and that's the first out of the inning.
Batting 8, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
And I'll bring up Orlando Arcia. Arcia 0 for 5 in the series. Going to get that bat going. And hopefully with some power behind it too. As he takes one down for a ball. And takes a high strike. 1-1.
Ball 2.
And that one misses. Down 2-1. Pitcher spot on deck. So Arcia hoping to get on, maybe get bunted over and see what the top of the order can do as he takes that one and grounds it over to Kipnis, but he can't make the play, and Arcia is going to be safe at first on the error by Kipnis. So Brewers get a base runner here.
The pitcher, Adrian Hauser.
And we'll see what Hauser's going to do there with one out in the bottom of the third. More than likely a bunting situation for the Brewers pitcher. He's going to lay down the bunt and pulls it back, and that's a ball 1-0. Good discipline by Hauser there. Sure to bunt those strikes. Never automatic. He's showing bunt again, and he pops it up to the right side, and Rizzo's got it, and that'll be the second out. So not able to move the runner over. I'll bring up Lorenzo Cain. Flew out to center. His first at bat. And get something going. This is where he kind of setting the tone that he had from last year. It kind of put him back down at the bottom of the order as he takes a strike, 0-1. Cain started as that leadoff batter, and then as the season progressed, kind of got lower and lower in the order as he was struggling to find his way on base. 2018, he did a great job of being patient, taking his pitches, and getting on base via the walk and hitting the pitches he can drive. And last year, a little bit of a struggle. He was batting in the 6th spot, even in that postseason game. As Trent Grisham came up, played right field as Yelich went on the IL. Here comes the 1-1, and he swings and misses at that curveball. So it's 1-2. So Grisham was leading off a lot of games, and that moved Cain down to the 6th spot. Runner at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Here comes the 1-2. And he pops that one up right to Lester, and he'll draw. Oh, he misses it. And that's going to be, I believe, a base hit. Yeah, it will be. So that's one way to get your first hit of the year. Kind of a little looper over the, kind of in a no man's land between everybody. And that's going to be a base hit for Lorenzo Cain. So Christian Yelich up with 2 outs and 2 on. Chance to do some damage here. He takes that one inside 1-0. That was a very strange play. Just kind of wasn't able to get underneath it, and it just went right by him as that ball's in the dirt. Arcia's going to try to go to third, throw down there, and he is in there. So wild pitch moves the runners up, and now that we have runners at second and third with 2 outs. So kind of a strange play behind the mound for a base hit. A wild pitch in the dirt. Now I wonder if they're maybe taking a look. Nope, they're not going to replay or anything. So 2-0 here on Yelich. And I imagine they'd be very careful of what they're going to pitch here. And that one misses down low, 3-0. Keston here on deck. comes the 3-0. And that one misses. So a 4-pitch walk. Christian Yelich loads the bases for Keston Hiura.
Now batting, second baseman.
So this inning could have been well over. Now we have bases loaded. And 2 outs here for the Brewers' second baseman. He takes a strike, 0-1. Good approach there, 4 straight balls, and make sure he throws you one. Here popped out to second in his last at-bat. See what he can do here with the bases loaded. And takes that one outside, 1-1. Being patient, taking walks. That was how the Brewers managed to score a run. Actually scored a run on a hit by pitch yesterday. Here comes the 1-1, and he swings and he drops that one, but that one's just going to miss the line, and that one's foul. We got 1-2, bases loaded, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third, looking to get on the board here early in the game. And he takes that one, and that one's popped up to left field. Schwarber's got plenty of room, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. Well, Brewers get a few base runners on an error, a hit, get a walk, but can't do anything with it, and we're still at 0-0. Top of the fourth, which brings up Jason Hayward, but it also brings us to our trivia question of the day. I've been doing some trivia here for all these games. Been kind of a fun thing to do, for me at least. Your trivia question for the day is, this is, as you know, the 20th anniversary of Miller Park. So on the first ever home game at Miller Park, who threw out the ceremonial first pitches? There's 2 people that threw out the first pitches. Do you think you know who they are? My dog thinks she knows who they are, and she wants to tell everyone, but she does not know how to speak human English. As Hayward fouls one off, 1-1. She's trying to answer, so hopefully you can decipher what she's saying. And that is not working out. As Hayward swings and misses at the high fastball, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from Hauser. That one misses 2-2. And swings. Hits that one to left field. Garcia getting there, and he makes the play for the first out. Sorry for the audio there. Got a dog that wants to chime in.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
That's going to bring up Chris Bryant here. Ground into the inning double play in the first inning. I know there's not a lot of people watching these streams. I know there's only 2 people watching. I think I'm one of them. But I think it's still to bring a quality product. Doesn't help if you have a dog barking very close to your microphone. I don't know much about broadcasting, but I know that can't be a good thing, as Brian pops one into foul territory, but Braun's underneath it, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Contreras.
And now I'll bring up the Cubs catcher, Wilson Contreras. Struck out back in the second. Six strikeouts already on the season for Contreras, only the 1 hit. Not the ratio you're usually looking for there, as he takes a strike, 0-1. Takes that one down low, even up the count, 1-1. Those are looking good here in this fourth inning. Got a quick one in the third. Keep that pitch count low. See if he can go a little deep in this game as there's ball inside, 2-1. See what they can do to get a few more innings out of Hauser here. Both the starters in the last few games gone 5 innings, so be good to see what the Brewers can do to save some arms in that Brewers bullpen. There's a strike on the inside corner, 2-2.
I got to count 2-2.
He's going to take off his hat, wipe the brow. take a deep breath here. Knows he wants to throw a good pitch here. Try to get out of this inning as quickly as possible. Here comes the 2-2. Ooh, just misses on that one, 3-2. And he knows that was kind of just missing that one. Good pitch. Good spinner. Kind of started at the knees, then just went a little bit lower. Couldn't get Contreras to bite. And here comes the full count. And that's a swing and a miss. And Contreras goes down for the second time today. So 4 strikeouts on the day for Adrian Hauser. And we're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Avisail Garcia steps up to lead off the Brewers' half of the 4th.
The left fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Popped out to the first baseman last at bat. And he takes one in the dirt, 1-0. Looking for a pitch up in the zone. That one comes right down the middle. Even up the count, 1-1. Got lucky on that one. Contreras looking for something a little bit higher. Actually grooved that one right in there. And there's a little dribbler down the left field line, but foul. Comes the 1-2. Just nibbling on that outside corner, and it misses to even up the count, 2-2. Garcia had the home run, also had a single in yesterday's game, also reached on base by the walk. As he takes that one to right field, that one's going to get in the gap, but Hayward's right there to track it down, and there's out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman.
Looked like he might have been able to get it past Hayward, but Hayward makes a good play. Covers some ground to take away the extra base hit. And I'll bring up Ryan Braun. So first pitch swinging. Last at bat, flew out to center field. And he takes a curveball inside, 1-0. That one misses as well, so counts 2-0. Braun in the driver's seat here. Looking for something he can drive. And that was one there, but he was a little underneath it with that uppercut, and it's 2-1. And there's another swing and a miss, 2-2. Looks like he took a little bit off of that pitch. Got Braun out in front. And just like that, the count is even at 2-2. And there's a curve that misses inside, so 3-2. Brewers still looking for, well, they do have their one base hit. That was right. They had that little looper over the pitcher's mound last inning by Lorenzo Cain, so they do have a hit on the game. Braun fouls that one back, so the count remains 3-2. Umpire shows off his arm. Comes the full count pitch. Braun smokes that one, but that is foul. Got a good pitch, but just a little early on it. Now straighten that one out just a bit, and that'll go far. And he sits back on that one, but it's inside, and that's a ball. So a one-out walk for Ryan Braun, and that's going to bring up Jed Jerko.
Number 5, Jed Jerko.
Struck out looking back in the first. Going to put the bat on the ball. He's been putting the ball in play, making things happen for these Brewers. So he can do it here as he drives that one. Heads up, Ed Cedar. He rips that one foul. Brewers are catching up to those off-speed pitches, and they're hitting them hard. They just haven't been able to put them in play and put them in places where people aren't. And that one just misses on the outside. 1-1.
Nope.
Check swing, but doesn't go all the way around. So it's 2-1 on the Brewers' third baseman. Jed Jerko providing some of that veteran experience in the infield as he hits a little dribble, but that's foul. Wonder how much he'll play later in the season. Kind of just know what you get with him now. You got really good infielders. You got Eric Sogard, who's going to be able to take some starts. Oh, and that one gets by Contreras. Braun's going to move over to second on the wild pitch. Now the Brewers have a runner in scoring position here with one out. Second wild pitch by Lester here. Contreras, that one hit off the knee pad. Couldn't get in front of that one. And they're lucky that one doesn't roll over into the dugout. As Braun now at second base, runner in scoring position. Let's see what Jed Jerko can do here with full count. Manny Pena on deck. Here comes the full count pitch. And he fouls that one off. So we'll do it again. Luis Urias will be playing the infield. You got Justin Smoak, who's probably only going to be able to play first base. Give Braun a breather here and there. As Jerko drives that one, and that one's going to head to the gap. That should score a run. And that is going to go all the way to the wall. Jerko heading to second. Ryan Braun scores, and the Brewers take a 1-0 lead. So a good piece of hitting on that ball.
The catcher, number 9.
Jed Jerko says, I'll show you how a base hit looks, and deposits that one all the way to the wall and scores the first run for the Brewers here in the 4th inning. So Jed Jerko trades places with Ryan Braun, so runner at second for Manny Pena here. And he swings and misses on that off-speed pitch. 0-1. Wilson Contreras says that a way to bounce back there, big lefty. Jed Jerko keeps hitting like that, like he has been. He's going to be seeing a lot more playing time. Let's say, get away, you little whippersnappers. I got this. It's John Lester thrown 22 pitches already this inning. Is up on Manny Pena 0-2 right away. And he swings and misses at that fastball inside for the second out.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
Good fastball.
Orlando.
Jammed him up a little bit.
Arcia.
Wasn't able to do anything with that one, and Pena goes down on strikes. I bring up Orlando Arcia here with 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. Already doing much better than yesterday. They were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position yesterday. Although they were able to get a couple of runs, the 0 for 4 is kind of semantics because they had the bases loaded, hit by pitch, that drove in a run, and there was the error that drove in 2. So they did score 3 runs with runners in scoring position, but just no hits, technically. Here's the 0-1, and that one's right down the middle. 0-2 on Orlando Arcia, looking to add on here in the second. Or in the 4th, with 2 outs, I mean. Comes the 0-2. Ground that one over the hole. Kipnis makes the backhand play and makes the play for the final out of the inning. But Brewers score 1 on the Jed Jerko double. And they now lead 1-0. Back here at Miller Park. Oh, Heidi. Heidi, I thought we got the microphone fixed, but we clearly did not. So we're very sorry about that. But while you're still talking, sorry we couldn't get you. I'll go through the trivia question from last inning. So the question was, in the Brewers home opener when they opened up Miller Park 20 years ago, who threw out the ceremonial first pitches? There's 2 people. One was Bud Selig, and the other was George W. Bush. They threw out the first pitches at the first ever game at Miller Park. Anthony Rizzo steps up to the plate here to lead off the top of the 5th and ground out his last at bat. He takes one down, 1-0. So they got the shift on for Rizzo there. Arcia right up behind the second base. He takes another one down, 2-0. So this is where the Brewers would like to see if they can get another quick inning. See if Hauser can extend himself into maybe the 6th, even the 7th inning. Save some of the arms in the bullpen.
Nope, that's inside.
JP Farrierson has thrown in both games. He got the win in the opener, but took the loss yesterday, so you probably don't expect him to pitch. Knable and Hader were both in the opener, didn't pitch on Saturday, so Brewers can maintain this lead. Probably expect them to close it out. As Rizzo takes that one the opposite way, and they definitely weren't playing him to go opposite field. He's going to be in there with a leadoff double. So going with the pitch. It's his first double of the year.
Kyle.
Everyone shaded for him to pull, and he just goes inside out with that one. And puts that one all the way to the wall. Can't do much about that one. Figure he's going to jam himself and ground out. But pops it all the way to the left field wall as Kyle Schwarber steps in. It went to the gap, so he had a double back in the second as well. But was stranded. It's a 2-out double, got stranded there. See what the Cubs can do with nobody out, runner in scoring position here. Schwarber fouls that one off to even the count 1-1. Pitch misses down low, 2-1. So couldn't get him to chase that slow curve. And Schwarber's in the driver's seat here now with the 2-1 count. Nobody out. Rizzo on second. Brewers get the lead in the fourth with a Jed Jerko RBI double. Here comes the 2-1. And that one's on the inside corner. Evens it up at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 and a swing and a foul back. Keep the count at 2-2. Definitely would like to get Schwarber here. And here's the 2-2, and that one just misses down low. So a full count here on the Cubs left fielder. Looked like it was down, and then the weird pop of the glove made it look like it was in the strike zone. So that's some pretty good framing by Pena, but that's not going to work as there's another one that's fouled off. One's going to reach the crowd. Ball boy doesn't want to protect anyone. Just going to sit there unless it comes right to him. He's not going to go after it. That's what he said. That's his motto. He's going to stick with it. Here comes the full count pitch once again. And that's a swing and a miss. An ugly swing by Schwarber. Not sure what he was looking for there or what he was protecting, but did not look good on that one. That one looked like a cricket player trying to go after that one. Gets jammed and off speed and everything on that one. And that's going to bring up Ian Happ. Flew out to left his last at bat. And he takes a strike, 0-1. Hauser had retired 7 straight before the leadoff double here, so looking to get back on track. He's been in pretty good control these last few innings. There's another strike, 0-2. Has been able to limit the damage here by these Cubs. Had a walk in the first inning, erased that with the double play. Double came with 2 outs. And Happ flew out, so got around that one. Then he retired 6 after that. And there's a swing and a miss, and back-to-back strikeouts here by Hauser. He's now got 6 on the game. He's looking to get around this one once again. He's got Jason Kipnis coming up, and he can be very careful because John Lester's on deck. So if they want to put him on, they definitely have the base to do it and see what John Lester can do. But all things equal, it looks like he's going to go right after Kipnis here, and he's going to foul that one off right into Manny Pena. And it's 0-1. So it looks like this is the guy they want to go after and see if they can get John Lester back out there for another inning. Well, good plan by Craig Counsell. Put him on. Maybe there's a pinch hitter, and you have to face the Cubs bullpen. And that one just misses on the inside. 1-1. Yeah. Probably want to get John Lester back out there. He's gotten a couple hits. Got the top of the order coming up. And that one's fouled off into the camera well. So 1-2 here on the second baseman. Adrian House is going to lead off the next inning. If we can get around this one, you might see him back out there in the 6th. And there's a swing, and that one's going to be missed by Arcia. Arcia's got it pretty quickly, so that'll keep the runner at third. So just a single for Kipnis.
Now batting.
Cubs have runners at the corner here with 2 outs.
Lester.
So good piece of hitting going with the pitch on that outside corner. Just outside of Arcia's grasp. And Schwarber, not the fleetest of feet. But so he's held up at third. So runners at the corners. Brings up John Lester. Strikeout last time at bat. He takes one on the outside, 1-0. So not the worst on the base hit, giving up the base hit there. Keep the runner at third. Runner at the corners here. And that one just misses on the outside as well, 2-0. Don't want to play around here. You got the top of the order coming up. You got Javier Baez on deck, who made the Brewers pay in the late innings yesterday. Here comes the 2-0. That's a swing and a miss. So 2-1 here on the Cubs pitcher. Being a little aggressive there. His manager's probably thinking, you probably don't need to swing unless you have 2 strikes. That'd be ideal. We don't need you to be the hero here. We got Javier Baez on deck, and there's a swing and fouls that one back. So 2-2 just like that. And Adrian Hauser getting back in control of this at bat. We're fans on their feet looking for a big punch out here. Get out of this inning. Go back to hitting. Here's the 2-2. And that one's fouled off again, so we'll do it again. Hauser looks in, knows exactly what he's going to do. No signals from Pena. Here comes the 2-2. And that one's a fly ball to center field. Kane underneath it, and he makes the play, and the Brewers get out of the inning. So a couple of hits, but they strand 2, and the Brewers maintain their lead 1-0. Adrian Hauser's going to step up to the plate, so we'll see him back out in the 6th.
The pitcher.
Face John Lester here.
Hauser.
So Hauser, Kane, and Yelich here in the 5th for the Brewers, and Hauser takes a change up down low, 1-0. Take a look at some scores on your bottom half of the screen there. Looks like the Marlins beat the Phillies there, 5-2, down in Miami. Another ball, 2-0. McCutcheon having 2 home run day. And fouls that one off, 2-1. So looking at a pitch they like, they're going for it. Washington beats the Mets 5-0. And here comes the 2-1 from Lester. Oh. Hauser was thinking about it, but held up, thought it was going to be outside, and the count's now even 2-2. Reds beat the St. Louis, and there's a hit over. Oh, Rizzo off his glove, and that is going to be, we'll see how that one's scored, and that's going to be an error on Rizzo there.
Now batting.
So Hauser's going to reach on the error.
Lorenzo. Kane.
And the Brewers have a runner at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Good hustle by Hauser there, making sure he gets there. Cardinals lose in Cincinnati today. They'll be in Milwaukee here tomorrow night. Cubs go home to have their home opener against the Pittsburgh Pirates. As Kane takes one outside, 1-0. And he swings and pulls that one foul. There's the ball boy getting up off his can, actually getting a foul ball. But like I said, it was right to him, so that's when he's going to go get him. Here comes the 1-1. And he swings and belts that one. Heads up down there. Oh, and makes it all the way to that popcorn stand, it looks like. And it's 1-2. So Kane right on the ball here. Just needs to put it in play, put a little grass on it. Here comes the 1-2. And that one misses down low, 2-2. Hauser over at first. Here's the pitch. And that one's right at Kipnis, and that is going to be a double play for the Cubs. So, hard hit ball, but right to Kipnis, and him and Baez.
Now batting.
Turn 2, and there's just like that, 2 outs.
Yelich.
Hauser doesn't even want to bring his helmet back with him. He says that's what we pay bat boys to do. As Christian Yelich steps up, he's been hit by a pitch, he's walked. So no official at bats, but he's gone on base twice. And he takes one down low, 1-0. Yelich started out first game, was 4 for 4, had 2 stolen bases. Then he went 0 for 4, but still had a stolen base yesterday. Reached down the air. And there's a strike, 1-1. There's the 1-1. He follows that one back, 1-2. That's what's going to be important for these Brewers this year. They have to score runs, manufacture runs. They don't have the power in the middle of the lineup like they used to. And Yelich takes one that up the middle, and that's going to sneak past the glove of Baez. And Yelich hustling all the way to second, and he is in there with a 2-out double. So a hustle double by Christian Yelich.
The
Brewers have another runner in scoring position here in the 5th. Baez makes a heck of a play, but just scoots underneath his glove. And a strong throw, and just too late. There's going to be a close play there at second, but Yelich just gets the hand in there. Actually comes off the bag, but holds on to it. Brewers have another runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. And here comes Hira. He takes one down, 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Hira's popped out and flied out. Looking to do some damage here with 2 outs. Follows that one over to the right side, 1-1. Umpire throwing the fastball back to Lester. He's thrown 80 pitches. And that one misses inside, 2-1. So interesting to see how they'll work Hira here. Might try to work around him, but got a big bat behind him, so probably look to get something good. And Hira way in front of that pitch, and now it's 2-2. Hira's going to have to hang tough here. Watch for some off speed. See if you can take him to right field. Here's the pitch, and that misses inside. We got a full count. Full count. Yelich at second. Here comes the payoff pitch. And Hira way in front of that one. Swing and a miss. And the Brewers are down in the 5th. Well, 2-out double by Christian Yelich goes for naught. But the Brewers still lead 1-0 as we head to the 6th.
Leading off for the Cubs, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Top of the order here is Hauser works in the 6th. And Baez swings and drives that one to the gap. Kane racing back, and that is over his head. That's going to go off the wall. And that's going to be a leadoff double for the Cubs shortstop. So back-to-back innings, leadoff doubles for the Cubs.
The right fielder.
Going after that first pitch right down the middle. Kane made a good effort, but just over his head. And that's a leadoff double for Baez. I'll bring up Jason Hayward, 0 for 1. Walked in the 1st, flew out in the 4th. And he swings at his first pitch, and that's up the middle. Baez around. And he's going to score as Braun cuts it off in 2 pitches, and just like that, this game is tied up.
Now batting.
So the Cubs going right after those first pitches, and they have tied this game up at 1 here in the 6th. Good piece of hit by Hayward, just taking it right back up the middle. And that's all Craig Counsell wants to see, is he's going to go to his lefty. Tried to get him to go a little bit further, but just ran out of gas there. And with the back-to-back hits, he's going to pull his starter. But still a good day. Had 6 strikeouts. Just ran into trouble in these last 2 batters, giving up the 1 run. And he's going to make room for Brent Suter, who made 2 innings last night. Did a great job. Had 2 strikeouts. Kept the Cubs off balance. So probably looking to do that here after seeing a lot of hard throwing from Adrian Hauser. Bring in the control pitcher of Suter. Let's see what he can do here. As Chris Bryant steps in for the Cubs with a runner on first here in the 6th. And that one misses inside, 1-0. I mentioned last night, Brent Suter never going to throw any fire by you. He's going to throw. He's going to hit his spots. And I think and there's one fouled off just like that. And it's 1-1. I think the other reason Council likes Suter in this spot. He can go a couple of innings if needed. He did throw 2 last night, so it'll be interesting to see how many he goes tonight. Here comes the 1-1. That one just misses on the outside, 2-1. But if you can keep these Cubs hitters off balance, could hit into a double play here. Here's the 2-1. And that's a swing and a miss. Even it up at 2-2. Bryant still looking for that first hit. Hopefully gets that first hit over in Chicago in this next series. Here comes the 2-2. That one misses outside, so the count runs full. And Cubs third baseman, Wilson Contreras, on deck. He's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. This is the batter that the Brewers want now. And here comes the payoff pitch. And that one's fly ball to center field. Kane's underneath it. And he makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. So a good series of pitches there from Suter, and gets the fly out to center field. And now we'll bring up Wilson Contreras. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, both swinging. And Suter misses upstairs, 1-0. So it looks like this is going to be another decision. It's going to be in the hands of the bullpen for the Brewers. Here comes the 1-0 from Suter, and that one's on the corner, 1-1. So a good pitch there, right where you want that one to be. Perfect spot for a double play ball. That's exactly what the Brewers are looking for here. To turn 2 and get back to hitting here. Here's the 1-1, and that misses down low, 2-1. Contreras in the 6th inning of yesterday's game had the big solo home run, extend the Cubs lead. Cubs are looking he could do that again, but he's got a 3-1 count. Anthony Rizzo on deck. Brewers wouldn't mind having a lefty-on-lefty matchup, but would prefer with 2 outs rather than first and second and 1 out. Here's the important 3-1 pitch, and that one's fouled off to the right side. Had a good piece of it, but just couldn't keep it fair, so count runs full here. See what the Cubs have in store here. See if they got Hayward going in motion here. He stays put, and there's a ground ball. Here has got it to Arcia. And there is the double play they were looking for. So 4-6-3 double play ends the threat here. Cubs do get one on back-to-back pitches, and we are tied heading to the bottom of the 6th. Oh, Heidi, I'm sorry, just that microphone. I don't know. We have to talk to someone. I don't know if like the fuzz thing on there or what is going on, but we're so sorry about that. They did do a sausage race in between the 6th innings, as we all know, and today it was the Chorizo who won. So Chorizo was your winner of the sausage race. So congratulations to the Chorizo. Avisayo Garcia is going to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th.
The left fielder,
John Lester back in there, he's thrown 84 pitches through 5 innings. Garcia fouls one back, 0-1. Hopefully the Brewers can get to Lester here, get back to that, get after that Cubs bullpen here. And that one's in the dirt, 1-1. There's Jeremy Jeffress, he's warming up. Alec Mills also warming up. And here comes the 1-1 from Lester. Garcia rips that one down the right field line, 1-2. And there's one up the middle, but Lester picks it right off the ground and makes the play for out number 1. Good reactions by Lester there. As you can see the pitch counts. Brewers being aggressive early on, then had back-to-back 20-pitch innings. Trying to make them work a little bit more. This brings up Ryan Braun. He walked in his last at-bat, scored on the Jerko single, or double. And he takes one on the inside for a strike, 0-1. Walked, moved up on the wild pitch, and scored on the one-out double by Jed Jerko back in the fifth. Or back in the fourth, I apologize. Here comes the 0-1 from Lester, and that one misses down low, 1-1.
1-1.
Oh, and that one on the inside corner, a little bit low. Looked like it might have missed the one, but home plate umpire says, nope, that's a strike, and it's now 1-2 on the Brewers' first baseman. That one's in the dirt, 2-2. Hey, I wonder how many batters Braun gets on here as he swings and drives that one, but nice play by Brian. He's going to make the play for the second out. Good sliding play. Probably takes away extra bases from Ryan Braun there. Good play by the third baseman. Jed Jerko steps up to the plate. 1 for 2. Had the RBI double back in the fourth. Takes that spinner outside. 1-0. He's inside 2-0. Brewers have 3 hits. Scored the 1 run back in the fourth. Cubs have 5 hits. Scored the 1 right in the top half of this inning, and that's a strike upstairs, 2-1. Another close game here. Wouldn't expect anything less between these two. Brewers took the first one 3-1. Cubs got it last night 5-4. So very close game. Some very good pitching here in this opening weekend series, and that one's upstairs 3-1. Very good pitching. A few errors out in the field. Cubs have made a few errors. A few throwing, a few fielding. That's been kind of the difference in a lot of these games as Jerko hits one to Baez, makes a nice diving stop from his knees, and gets the out to end the inning. So some nice plays by the left side of the infield by these Cubs. Saves a base hit, and after 6, we are still tied 1-1.
Leading off for the Cubs, the first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Well, some left-handed batters coming up here for the Cubs. Looks like Craig Counsell is going to stick with Suter. So he's going to go back-to-back games of at least going more than 1 inning, and he misses down low, 1-0. And that one's fouled off, 1-1. So Craig Counsell making Suter work early on this season. And Rizzo drives one. Hira is going to make a backhanded play. And he's going to get the out at first for out number 1. So a good play by Hira, ranging over,
the left fielder,
playing in shallow right field.
Schwarber.
Rizzo, not with the blazing speed, so plenty of time to make the out at first. It's going to bring up Kyle Schwarber. He doubled back in the second. And takes one for a strike. You can see in the last few batters, it looks like Suter's had some success against these Cubs hitters. It's probably another reason why Counsell wants to keep him out there. Not only playing the lefty-on-lefty matchup, but also knowing the career history of these batters against Suter. And that one misses upstairs, 2-1. Two-one swing and a miss on the slider there, 2-2. So the count's even here. We got 1 out, top of the 7th. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Just misses on the outside. Couldn't get him to chase, and the count's now full. Fouls that one back. Full count here. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Schwarber goes down swinging for the second time tonight. First strikeout for Suter.
Number 8, Ian.
Goes with that high fastball. And the guy who doesn't throw that hard, that pitch looks even more enticing. But it's still hard to chase. Hard to get those ones that are above your hands. Here comes Ian Happ, who fouls that one off. And he's down in the count, 0-1. Strikeout. Fly out. And here's the 0-1. And he flies that one over to right field. Yelich is going to make the play right on the line. And there's the third out of the inning.
Please join us.
So 1-2-3 inning for Brett Suter. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. Go ahead. Sing, take note to the ball game at home. As it looks like fake David Ross is going to make a double switch here. So we'll see what changes he has in store here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
And that'll bring up the former Brewer, Jeremy Jeffress, here for the
Now
Cubs.
pitching and batting in the 6th spot, number 24, Jeremy Jeffress. Now playing left field and batting 9, number 13, David Bodie.
So Jeremy Jeffress is going to move into the 6th spot, and David Bodie is going to move over to left field, taking the place of Kyle Schwarber. As Jeremy Jeffress starts Manny Pena off with the strike. And Pena fouls that one off 0-2. Jeremy Jeffress started the year with the Brewers, then was designated for assignment. Then he signed with the Cubs in the offseason. Jeffries was the closer for the Brewers back in 2018. As Pena gets underneath that one. Ian Happ is underneath it and gets the first out of the inning. That was kind of a closer by committee for the most part for the Brewers in that 2018 season. Hader would go a few innings, and then Jeffress would close the door in some cases. It really was when Jeffress was in there to close games. It's usually because Hader wasn't available. So he would close out a lot of games, and Garcia takes one for a strike. Got into some trouble in some of the games. At NLDS Game 1, gave up the tying runs. That one misses inside, 1-1. NLCS gave up a couple runs, made it interesting in that game. And just last year, he did fine, just couldn't do it out of the bullpen and was designated for assignment about halfway through the year. But found a place here with Chicago. His misses outside, 2-1. Jeremy Jeffress has always been kind of one of those guys that found really good success with Milwaukee as he misses that one. Almost hits Arcia on that one. And the count's 3-1. He got picked up from the Rangers, and then he was traded back to the Rangers and didn't have that much success. He found his way back to the Brewers as Arcia takes that one to right, and that's going to drop in front of Hayward for a base hit. So 1 out single from the Brewers shortstop.
The pitcher, number 35.
Hoping just maybe being in the NL Central is what will do it for
hitting for the Brewers.
For Jeremy Jeffress. And that's going to bring up a pitch here. It's going to be Omar Narvaez. Hitting that pitcher spot. I wonder if he stays in the game for Craig Counsell as he swings and fouls that one 0-1. Narvaez is 2 for 5 in this series. Had the double in the opener. Got hit twice. But the one drove in a run. So hoping to get a little magic here as well. And he checks his swing, but that's still called strike. So quickly 0-2 on Narvaez. That one's just outside, 1-2. Well, if you're just joining us, Brewers scored a run in the 4th on a Jed Jerko double. Cubs would answer back in the 6th with back-to-back hits from Hayward and Baez. And that's where we stand at 1-1 as Omar Narvaez strikes out swinging for the second out of the inning.
the center fielder, number 6.
Good pitch. Throws the heat right by him. Baez can't catch up. A little up in the zone. Baez knows it. Rolls his eyes to the back of his head. Just wondering, what am I doing out here? As Lorenzo Cain steps up to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. He takes one down, 1-0. Singled in the third. Looks like a line drive in the book, but if you're actually watching, it was just like a little blooper over the head of Lester that he couldn't get to. As he swings and pulls that one down the line, but it's just foul. It counts 1-1. See, he's got decent speed at first. Gap might score him. Cain takes one on the inside, 1-2. Might not have been looking for that pitch. And it's 1-2 on the Brewers center fielder. Oh, and he chases that one outside for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts by Jeffress here in the 7th. Brewers strand one. And after 7, it's still 1-1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Corbin Burns is going to make his way into the game. This is actually his 3rd game on the season. Gave up a couple of runs in yesterday's appearance.
Leading off for the Cubs, the second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
And Jason Kipnis leads off, and he takes one inside, ball 1. And Kipnis goes the other way with it, and that's going to fall in front of Garcia for a base hit. So leadoff single from Kipnis.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Now bring up David Bodie.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We got a pinch runner here for Kipnis. That's Nico Horner.
For the Cubs, number 2, Nico.
So trying to get a little bit more speed on the base pass. Looking to see if they can attack here. There's a swing and a miss. 0-1 on David Bodie. Pinch hit in yesterday's contest. 0 for 1. That one misses just down low, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Corey Knebel, Alex Claudio warming up in the Brewers bullpen. Might see Claudio come up after Corbin Burns faces his 3 batters that he has to do. As Bodie swings and drives one to left field. Garcia still going back, but he's got plenty of room to make the catch. There's out number 1.
The batter, number 9.
And they'll bring up the leadoff man, Javier Baez. He's 1 for 3, had the double, scored in the 6th. Went after that first pitch and hit it to the gap. And going after that first pitch again. It's playable for Yelich. And first pitch swinging, and he's out. And there's quickly 2 outs here in the 8th.
The batter.
So good pitch by Burns. Got him a little bit on the handle. Baez just harmlessly flies out to right field. And now there's 2 outs for Jason Hayward. He's 1 for 2. Had the RBI single that scored Baez back in the 6th. Here comes the offering. There's a swing and a miss. An 0-1. Took a big cut at that one. Got that pitch down and in. That's where lefties like it. And then he fouls that one. That one was a little more juicy for Hayward to hit. He fouls it off. So no harm, no foul on that one. Here's the 0-2 coming up on Hayward. Looking to punch him out right here. Goes for something upstairs, but misses 1-2. So a good sequence there. See if he can chase that high pitch. See, and there's a pickoff play, and they're going to get him out at first base. A nice pickoff by Burns, and Horner is out. So just like that, the inning is over. Cubs get a hit, but then he gets picked off. And after 7.5, we're still tied at 1.
Your attention, please. This changed defensively for the Cubs. Now playing second base.
So Nico Horner is going to stay in the game and go over to second base. Alec Mills is going to make his third appearance of the game. Much like J.B. Ferrariason, he took the loss on Thursday and then got the win yesterday. And he'll face Christian Yelich here to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Yelich 1 for 1, had a double back in the 5th.
Yelich.
He swings through that one, 0-1. Well, Yelich remembers Mills. He hit the 2-run home run off of him in the 7th in the game 1. Going to see if he can get that hanging curveball once again. Swings at that inside pitch, 0-2. So down in the count right away on the Brewers right fielder. Brewers have just 4 hits. Have the 1 run. Looking to go inside on him again. This is upstairs, so it's 1-2. Comes the 1-2 to Yelich. Swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch. The one he took deep the other day was a little bit lower. And Yelich strikes out swinging.
Up next for Milwaukee.
For the first out of the inning.
The second baseman.
Yeah, just missed it, just out in front of it.
Yura.
And Mills is fired up. A little redemption from Thursday night. I'll bring up Keston Hira. 0 for 3. Struck out in his last plate appearance. And he takes a curveball, 0-1. Hira looking to get back on track. It's just 1 for 8 in the series. Hopefully he can start a hot streak with this at bat here. And he pushes that one over to Horner at second, makes a backhanded play, and makes the out for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Avisail Garcia steps up. He's 0 for 3. A couple of flyouts and the ground out in his last plate appearance. Going to do something here with 2 outs against Alec Mills.
Nope.
That one misses, 1-0. Wick and Tepera, they're warming up in the Cubs bullpen. Both of them have made appearances here in this series already. And here's the 1-0. That one misses same spot, 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
And that one misses outside, 3-0. So Garcia in the driver's seat. Look for a pitch or see if there's one right in his wheelhouse that he can drive somewhere. Here comes the 3-0 from Mills. And that one's right in there, 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
So, good pitch to look at, but not the one that Garcia wanted. So, lays off of it. See if he can get a better one this time. Comes the 3-1. That one's right at the top of the zone. So the count just like that is run full. Going to come inside on him. Here it is. And grounder over to Bryant. Steps and throws, and there's the 3rd out of the inning. So the Brewers go down in order in the 8th. Looks like someone's going to get a last bat win here tonight. Will it be the Cubs? Will it be the Brewers? Well, stick around and find out. Corbin Burns, he's going to work another inning here. Got the
right fielder.
1-2-3, sort of 1-2-3 inning. He's going to face Jason Hayward here again. The fresh count. Hayward takes one for a strike. J.P. Fereisen. I don't know how to say that still. But he's warming up. Alex Claudio, he's warming up as well. And if Burns gets into any trouble here, probably be the righty coming in as he misses upstairs, 1-1. And there's one down the line. Braun knocks it down. And he's going to flip it over to Burns. And there's the out.
Now batting.
So a nice play by Braun just to keep it in the infield and make the flip over to Burns. That's what you work on in spring training. Pretty much the only thing you work on in spring training, I imagine. Just covering first base when you're a pitcher.
Nope.
Make the pitch, get off the mound. If it's on the right side, start heading towards first. So you might need to accept a throw. As Chris Bryant steps in, he's 0 for 3. Ground into a double play, popped out to Braun, and flew out to Kane. Here comes the 1-0, and that one's deep drive to left field. Garcia going back, he's at the track, and he's going to make the play right at the wall for a loud out, number 2.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson.
So just missed that one, got underneath it just a little too much. And he drove that one all the way to the wall, and a big sigh of relief from this Brewers crowd. So that one stays in the ballpark. Here comes Wilson Contreras, and he swings and misses at that one, way ahead of that pitch. And it's 0-1. Contreras 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, grounded into a double play in his last at-bat. Here comes the 0-1 from Burns. That one just misses, 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Another good pitch there. Yeah, wondering where that one misses. Can't believe it. Kind of incredulous. Giving a little smirk. Just going to take a deep breath, shake it off. Go right back to work here with 2 outs here, top of the 9th. Against the Cubs catcher. He swings and misses at that one, 1-2. So right back in the driver's seat is Burns. Here comes the 1-2. And that one's fouled off, so we'll do it again at 1-2. Contreras hanging in there tough. Seeing some good pitches. Here comes the 1-2. Just a bit inside. Misses that one, and it's now 2-2. Good pitch. Good pitch to miss with there. Contreras wasn't biting. Wasn't going to tie himself up. And here comes the 2-2. That one just misses upstairs too. 3-2. Anthony Rizzo is on deck. Wonder if Contreras gets on base. Might see the lefty-on-lefty matchup with Claudio. Here's the full count, and that one's fouled back. We'll do it again. Here comes the full count offering, and that's way outside, and that is a 2-out walk for Wilson Contreras. So we'll see what Craig Counsell wants to do here. Anthony Rizzo coming up. He's got Claudio warming up. And looks like he's going to stick with Burns, so hoping to get out of this inning and maybe use Claudio in the extra innings if the Brewers can score in the bottom of the 9th. He's going to see what Burns can do here. See what the young man has. And this is down low, 1-0. Rizzo led off the 5th with a double, but was stranded there. Made it over to 3rd. Wasn't able to score. Here comes the 1-0. That one just misses down once again, 2-0. So not getting that lower part of the strike zone is the home plate ump. It's going to force Burns to bring the pitch up a little bit. That one misses too, so 3-0. That's right, Alec Mills' pitcher spot is coming up. So it will be a pinch hitter. And that is 4 straight. That is back-to-back walks here in the 9th with 2 outs. So see who comes off the bench.
Number 30.
For David Ross.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Cubs.
It's going to be Victor Caratini.
Number 7. Victor Caratini.
It's his first at-bat of the season. He's got first and second, 2 outs, top of the 9th. Chance to be a hero for the Cubs. Let's see what Burns has in store for him. And that is pulled, ripped down the line for foul. Very interesting move by Craig Counsell, not going to his lefty that's warming up in the bullpen. Trying to play the matchup here. He's going to stick with his young right-hander. And that one's popped up and foul. No one was able to get that one. So Burns up way ahead. 0-2 here. First and second. Top of the 9th. Here's the pitch. That misses inside. 1-2. Brewer fans on their feet, getting behind their young right-hander. Trying to send this to the bottom of the 9th, tied up. Here comes the 1-2. Foul back, do it again. Caratini hanging in there tough. Burns at 30 pitches here in his second inning of work. Looking to get the Brewers into the 9th. There's the pitch. And he grounds that one to Hira. He'll make the play. And that will do it for the Cubs in the ninth. So a good piece of work of pitching there by Burns. Gets the first two, walks the next two, but gets out of the inning, and we're heading to the ninth, tied at 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Rowan Wick's going to
Now
come in to pitch for the Cubs.
Number 50.
It's his third game of the season as well. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Weird Rosenbag skills, as you can see there.
Leading off for the Brewers, the first baseman.
And Ryan Braun's going to lead it off here in the ninth.
Braun.
Braun 0 for 2, walks, scored a run. And takes a pitch on the outside, 1-0. Dan Winkler got the save in yesterday's game, is warming up. Tapura, he's still warming up as well. And here comes the pitch from Wick, and that one misses as well, 2-0. So if Braun gets on, a lot of guys on the bench for Craig Counsell to use that could potentially be in a pinch running situation to try to get that game-winning run in. As Braun swings and drives one down the left field line, but that's foul. Here's the 2-1 on Braun. He swings and hits that one to right field for a base hit. So a leadoff single from Ryan Braun. And the Brewers are in business here in the ninth.
The third baseman, number 5.
Gets that pitch on the outside half of the plate and just goes with it and pushes that pitch right into right field. When Ryan Braun is on seeing the ball, he is going to right field a lot. That's going to bring up Jed Jerko. RBI double back in the 4th. He's going to lay down a bunt, and he's going to pull it back. Ball 1. This looks like Counsell wants to just get Braun over to second base, get him into scoring position, and see what the bottom of the order can do. See if Jerko, he's going to be offering again, and pulls that one back, so 2-0. So even in a situation where Brewers are trying to give up and out, Wick can't find the strike zone. Let's see what Jerko's doing here. Maybe he's got the green light to swing, and he does. And he swings and misses on that slider, 2-1. So a little impatient there. Thought he was going to get one that he could drive, and now I wonder if the play is back on here for the Brewers. Braun over at first, leadoff single to start the inning. Swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2. Just like that, this counts back to even, and Wick is back in the driver's seat. Here comes the 2-2. Oh, check swing in the dirt. No swing, says the home plate umpire. And it's now a full count. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that misses upstairs. So first and second, nobody out. And that will bring up Manny Pena.
The catcher, number 9, Manny Pena.
So Pena's 0 for 3. Struck out once, 2 flyouts, but chance to be the hero here with a runner in scoring position. If he can get something into the gap, definitely score one. Base hit, not necessarily going to score one, but at least load the bases up here. So just getting the runners over to second and third is the main thing. Productive outs, just stay out of that double play ball. And here it comes. Pena's going to drop down a bunt. He's going to get it down right back to the pitcher. He's going to go to second with it, and they're going to try to turn 2, but not in time. So the lead runner, or the runner to second is going to be out.
Shortstop, Orlando.
And Pena's going to be on base with the fielder's choice, so not able to get the sacrifice bunt down. But he does get the runner to third, and that's a big runner over there at third. And Orlando Arcia, the infield in, has a chance to send these Brewer fans home happy. 1 out, runners at the corners. Orlando Arcia up to the bat. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Arcia 1 for 3, singled in his last at bat, took a good pitch to right field, dropped it right in front of Hayward. Take that again. Any base hit will do. Infield is in for the Cubs. Oh, swing and a miss. And that outside slider. It's 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 to Arcia. That one's in the dirt. Good stuff by Contreras on the backhand, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Arcia drives one deep to left. This should be deep enough to score Braun. Here comes the play at the plate. Schwarber both making the throw, not even close, and the Brewers have won this one in the bottom of the 9th. Orlando Arcia, sac fly to left, and it is a walk-off sacrifice fly, and they are getting at Arcia over at first base, and the Brewers win this one 2-1. Takes that inside off-speed pitch, just flies it out to left. Bodie gets underneath it, makes a good strong throw, but not even close to being on line. As you can see, way off. Wasn't going to matter at all, and Ryan Braun scores. Player of the game is going to be Adrian Hauser. Went 5 strong for the Brewers. Gave up the 1 run. Didn't factor in the decision, but a very strong outing from the right-hander, as he's going to be in the rotation full-time this year. And a great way to start the season for Adrian Hauser. Might have given up that 1 run to tie it up, but he did throw a pretty strong game. As you can see there, 5 innings pitched, allowed 5 hits, gave up the 1 earned, but did have 6 strikeouts, limited the walks. That's what you like to see. So the Milwaukee Brewers, they win the final game of the series. They win the series 2-1 here on Sunday night. Thank you so much for joining us. I see we have some people who joined a little late, and boy, you got the tail end of a good one there as the Brewers win here 2-1. It was a great game all around. There's your stat line for everybody. Corbin Burns is going to get the win through 2 innings. Only gave up 1 hit.
2 runs on 5 hits. No error.
And then Rowan Wick
on base.
through 2/3, gave up the hit, but gave up that earned run
for the Cubs,
on the sac fly.
1 run on 6 hits. 2 errors.
That ended the game.
7 men on base.
So Arcia gets the RBI in the 9th. Jerko had an RBI in the 4th.
39 minutes.
Just a good all-around game for the Brewers. So the Brewers win the series. They're 2-1 on the season. They'll have the St. Louis Cardinals coming into town tomorrow night, 6:40 first pitch. And we're going to get our first look at Eric Lauer tomorrow night. He was acquired in that trade with the Padres with Luis Urias for Zach Davies and Trent Grisham. So he'll make his debut for the Brewers tomorrow night against the St. Louis Cardinals. So a big matchup. So glad everyone who was able to join us was able to watch. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Stay safe out there, and once again, thanks again for everyone for watching. Have a good one.